Simba, everything the light touches is your kingdom.
Okay, I just got back into my car. We just got up at an unearthly hour, sometime in the 4 o'clock hour, to drive to the top of Cadillac Mountain and watch the sunrise. It's October 2nd. Oh, it's Connor's birthday. Shout out to Connor, happy birthday. That's my brother. So, it was one of the most beautiful, breathtaking things I've ever seen in my life. Justin just got back in the car. What'd you think, Justin?
Yeah, it was pretty.
Now, I will say,
I'm cold.
It's like 44 degrees outside, but up here on the top of the mountain with the wind ferociously blowing in your face, it's probably like the wind chill is probably like, what would you say, low 30s. It's really cold. So come with layers, come prepared, come early, but it was so worth it. She just hit our car. Anyway, checking out, we're gonna go grab some food. My hand's too cold to hit stop. During a large portion of the year, the summit of Cadillac Mountain is the first place you can see the sunrise in the continental U.S. So for some reason, the audio in this video cut out, but what you would have heard me saying is that we were in the process of driving out of Maine, or through Maine, I guess, into New Hampshire, and we were currently in Bangor, Maine, and this is Stephen King's house. So I zoomed in here on this wood carving of some animals. His house was super neat looking, kind of spooky, but the coolest part about it was the iron gate surrounding the house. It is such Stephen King vibes. The main part of the gate right here actually was like spider webbed, and then there's bats and all kinds of other spooky things. One side had like a dragon on it, and then I pointed out that there was a light on in the house, and I wondered if they were home.
Hello.
Hi guys, we're in New Hampshire. We've driven 4 hours today. We have drove through some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. It's been miles and miles of colorful mountains. And now we are doing the Glen Ellis Falls Trail, and we're gonna go see a waterfall. Let's go. This is fun. It's like 55 degrees out, so it's comfortable. We just have our sweatshirts and flannels on. When we left Maine, there wasn't much color change. There were a few trees here and there, but the farther we got into New Hampshire, we've seen loads of color. It's starting to really pop out. We found water. Justin's really excited about the water. He can't resist going down to the water. Ah.
I want to see the leaves on both sides.
gosh, don't leave me.
There's not a bunch of color here though. Yellow.
No, but you can see some yellow, some red, a mountain in the distance. That might be Mount Washington, which is where we're going next.
Waterproof hiking shoes.
What do you have?
Waterproof hiking shoes.
Waterproof hiking shoes. So cool. Okay, we made it to the bottom of Glen Ellis Falls. We've just been being just a little bit reckless. Just enough to get the heart rate up. Oh boy. Oh brother. Okay. We are on the Mount Washington Cog Railway. It's a steam engine railway that is going to take us all the way up to the summit of Mount Washington. We're really excited. We just boarded. We're in the very back. You can see the steam engine. Kind of, sort of. It's an hour trip up. We have an hour at the top and then an hour trip back down.
You are riding on one of our two remaining steam locomotives this afternoon, MW9. It was built in 1908, so it is going to be cooling off a little more, but it's been about 30 degrees with a calm 20-mile-an-hour wind, so it's chilly, but it's still pretty comfortable up there. Does anybody know what the world's highest wind speed ever recorded was? I think I heard the right answer. 231 miles per hour. That was right here up at the summit of Mount Washington.
We're moving 3 miles an hour.
She never tells me when it's a video or a picture, so now I just smile and it takes a second.
3 miles an hour.
Flying.
Mount Washington via steam train, and now we are walking the rest of the way up to the summit.
Here's the tip-top house. Historic site.
Was 23 and tried to climb to the top of this mountain with her uncle and cousin, and they couldn't find shelter and the weather was horrible, and they tried to create a rock shelter to sleep in, and she passed away. They were like 100 feet from this house the whole time. It is a solid 30 degrees up here, And Mount Washington Summit actually holds the record for strongest windgusts in the world.
Hey guys, so we're just sitting here hanging out on the top of Mount Washington. We started our day getting to watch the sunrise on Cadillac Mountain, and now we're kind of watching the sunset here on Mount Washington. It's beautiful.
Also, the nicest lady in front of us on the train gave me her gloves. She said I was going to need them. She was right. That's the end. The end. Good morning. It's another bright, shiny morning here in New Hampshire. We woke up this morning, it's like 32 degrees, so very cold. Our windows were frosted. We are heading towards Vermont today. We just got up and ate at the Sunrise Shack. We loved it. I think it was our favorite breakfast place so far. You too can eat there in Jackson, New Hampshire. I had this, it was called the Madame sandwich. This thick, big bread with caramelized ham, Dijon mustard, and cheese inside it, and then it was covered with Gruyere cheese, like melted, and a sunny side egg. It was so good. Justin, French toast? It's usually his go-to. Anyway, we're taking the I'm not going to say it right, the Kankamagus Highway. It's supposed to be really pretty with the foliage and everything. So we're taking that towards Vermont, and we are on our way now. Our first stop on the Kank. We just pulled over because it was so pretty right here with the water in the mountains. We're in the Lower Falls area of the Kank. I wonder if most of this is usually covered by water. We are at Franconia Notch State Park in the White Mountains. Whoa. Here in New Hampshire. And we are doing the Flume Gorge Trail. This is one of the most popular things to do in New Hampshire. So we're gonna check it out, see what all the hype is about. It's a little chilly. I'm in my shorts. But I'm thriving, surviving. Justin told me I'm never allowed to say thriving and surviving ever again. Here is a glacial boulder. What's that mean?
Yeah, it was a boulder that was brought here by a glacier.
Ooh. The flume. To the flume.
As glaciers move through areas like this, they bring different types of rock with them. I didn't know you were filming me.
He likes to spit facts.
You bring different type of rock on the glacier as it melts, and so then it's that rock is left behind, and then they know it's glacial because it doesn't match the rest of the rock that's in the area.
Fascinating.
Hashtag Professor Rick Bullard, Cincinnati Christian University.
Shout out to Rick.
Geology
Ooh.
1 and 2 class.
This is pretty. There's a covered bridge down there.
If you haven't been to the Covered Bridge Festival in Mansfield and Bridgeton, Indiana, you're missing out.
That is true. The Covered Bridge Festival in Indiana is the best, but
This might be a pretty view, but our bridges make that bridge look weak.
but we are we are in the covered bridge capital of the world. Oh, this is cute. These plants are
In
labeled.
Indiana?
No, here.
I don't believe that. That can't be the video again.
That's okay.
It's definitely what you call Mansfield or Bridgeton is the covered bridge capital of the world. So I don't know where you think you read that about.
Google it. Get out your phone and Google covered bridge capital of the world. I want to see what it says. I bet it's Vermont. Are you looking? He's looking. What do you guys think it's gonna be? Vermont or Indiana? Covered bridge capital of the world. Or are we both wrong?
The first thing that popped up was Covered Bridge Festival, Indiana.
Okay, that's because you live in Indiana. And it tracks you. Covered bridge capital of the world.
Park County, Indiana.
Go down. What state has the most covered bridges? Vermont.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was right.
I think it's a tie.
Nope. She said, what's the covered bridge capital of the world? And it was Park County, Indiana. That's a county. We're talking about the entire state of Vermont has the most covered bridges. We're talking about a single county, though.
Fair enough. I just asked Justin what a gorge was because I didn't even know. He said it's similar to a canyon, right? Man of all the facts. Okay, I think we made it to the flume. We just stopped at Schilling's Beer Co. in Littleton, New Hampshire, on our way to Stowe, Vermont. We're sitting outside waiting for our food from the food truck. Justin's grabbing a beer, and it is gorgeous. There's a little covered bridge. This is the view. Can't wait to try this food. I got some poutine and pulled pork. We made it to Vermont. We are in Stowe. We checked into our hotel. We're staying at the Stowe Lake Mountain Resort. It's very pretty. And then we just came to the Alchemist Brewery. Justin got some of the Heady Topper, which is the most iconic beer. So I'll try that out later. Stowe is known for being a ski resort in the winter. That's what it's most famous for, but it's gorgeous here in the autumn as well. We are actually about to head a little bit north to the Von Trapp Beer Hall, where the actual Von Trapp family still live and own, so we will see you there soon. We're at the Von Trapp family lodge. I have a maple candy in my mouth. There's the lodge behind us. The Von Trapps chose this location because Stowe reminded them of Austria. We're gonna see if we can go inside the lodge before we head to the restaurant for dinner.
Okay. Hey guys, so something really cool. So we're in the Von Trapp family lodge, and we were just kind of hanging out, looking at the gift shop. We're waiting to go eat at the beer hall, and we walked out of the gift shop and we're just kind of looking around, and then out of one of the side private rooms, a lady came out and was like, "Hi guys, how are you doing? Anything I can help you with?" And they're like, "Oh no, we're just looking around." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's really nice." And she was like, "Yeah, so I'm actually Christina." She was like, "Maria Von Trapp was my grandmother." And
She said, "I'm Christina Von Trapp." And
Yeah.
we were like, "Oh."
Yeah, and then she was like, "Yeah, Maria was my grandmother." And we're like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm one of the owners here of the lodge, of the land or whatever." And so then we just talked to her for a second. She was like, "Are there any questions you could ask?" And I was just kind of shocked, and I was like, "Can we get a picture with you?" So we did that.
That's a great question we came up with.
But no, then she talked to us for a little bit, and then she told us if we walked in here into this hall, there was a cool family tree kind of like painting on the wall.
We're in the Von Trapp Beer Garden eating dinner. Justin just got his Von Trapp Oktoberfest. He's gonna take a sip and taste it out. He loves Oktoberfest.
It's very good.
You wanna describe the beer?
It's very caramelized malt finish taste. Yeah, really smooth. I was looking out there. They actually won an award in 2018. It's one of the top 18 beers for this Oktoberfest. And that's actually the t-shirt I just bought earlier in the gift shop too, was the Oktoberfest shirt. So it's pretty cool.
Good morning. We woke up today in Stowe, Vermont. We just had a quick breakfast at...
Unplanned.
It was an unplanned breakfast at the Green Goddess. Very good. It ended up being very good. We were gonna eat at the Skinny Pancake, but the wait was too long when we got there. And now we are at the Cold Hollow Cider here in Stowe. About to check this out, get some cider donuts for the road. Okay, we came back outside. It's very crowded in there, but we got the goods. This is an apple cider slushie. One of my favorite things. It's very good. They also had hot and cold apple cider you could get. And the main event, the apple cider donut. They're like a cake donut. They taste like an apple cider donut.
I already ate a thing called a dreamy, which was a donut sliced in half like a bagel, and then it had was it maple ice cream? Maple ice cream in the middle.
Yeah, so out
I really
here,
like that.
out here, soft serve ice cream is called creamies. So we're on the hunt for some maple creamy, which Justin just said he had in his donut, but we want some more. We're all about the food. What was I gonna say? The donuts are like, they have an apple flavor to them, but they're very cinnamony as well. Pretty good. Okay, we are now at the Morse Farm Maple Sugar Works. We're heading in here hoping for some maple creamies, maybe try some syrup. You can't go to Vermont without syrup. Maple creamy. It's basically soft serve. That definitely tastes like maple.
I slightly made a mistake. I was eating one of my, it's like a maple drop, like a hard candy. I was eating that before this, so I can't taste the maple flavors much right now. I'm sure it'll come here in a second, but it's basically soft serve. It's good.
All of these are made from the same trees, the same sap. Everything is the same, other than it's beginning of the year to the latter part of the year for harvest. 4 week time period. About the first week or week and a half, we will produce this. Hold your spoons way on down, thank you. And I'll get them over to you here. Just a second. Just give me a little bit of wrist. And this is called Golden Delicate. I have to stop and think here. Golden Delicate, and put these on out here. That is what my mother used to love. Dad was a large animal veterinarian in the area, and farmers would give him tips for working on their cattle and whatever, and typically Mom would be so happy when she got that really delicate stuff. Next is the rich. This is my wife's favorite. Same process, same everything. This is going to be the amber rich. This is what you just had if you had sugar on snow.
If you what?
Okay. Still same trees, same everything. Third week in the harvest, that we're going to notice that the maple syrup's getting a little bit darker. This is going to be the dark robust.
The light?
Robust.
What was the first one we had?
Delicate will be the amber. The golden delicate. Okay, that's about the third weekend. It's getting a little bit darker. Still has great maple taste. Very subtle difference between the two. All the same sugar content, same 66%. And then last but not least, the trees are telling us it's season's about up. So hurry up and get as much maple syrup made as you can. This is the dark strong. And you can't go wrong with any of these. I said my mother liked the real fancy stuff. My wife likes this, the rich. I prefer this. I can do a lot of stuff with this besides put it on my pancakes. Okay? All right. And if anyone says that doesn't taste like maple, I'm going to be upset. So
It does. It's very good.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's good stuff.
Which one do you like?
I liked them all.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're at Ben & Jerry's. This is the famous flavor graveyard. Flavors that have died. Ooh, creme brulee. Justin found a coconut flavor in here and he's very angry that it's dead.
After that, I'll bring you folks out onto our balcony overlook where you'll get to see our factory floor and learn about how we make our world's famous ice cream. And to end the tour, I'll bring you folks back downstairs to our flavor room where everyone here will get a small sample of our mystery ice cream flavor of the day. Sound exciting to everyone?
And I'm excited about today's flavor. It is a very special sample we're trying today. This flavor currently ranks as the #1 best-selling flavor in pints here across coast to coast in the United States. It is delicious. It is a fan favorite. We are trying, can I get our drum rolls, please? We are trying Ben & Jerry's Broccoli Cheddar Chunk. Hold on, that's not right. It is Ben & Jerry's Half Baked.
The reality of travel. Our suitcases, our huge suitcases, weren't big enough to hold enough clothes for a 2-week trip. So we're at the local laundromat in Middlebury, Vermont, doing our laundry. There she goes. We are here in Ripton, Vermont on the Robert Frost Interpretive Trail. Robert Frost loved Vermont. He lived here for a long time. A lot of his poems are about Vermont. Okay guys, honestly, there's no sign to tell us where to go, and there is literally 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood. So we're just gonna take it upon ourselves to take the one less traveled and see what happens.
2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I don't think Tori thinks this is as fun as I, but it's pretty
As
cool.
fun as I.
Yeah,
Talking like Robert Frost.
you gotta be pretty proper.
Hark.
Hark. No, it is pretty neat though, walking around out here. I think later we're gonna try and find. We saw a short ways from here. They have a location of his cabin. So I think that'd be fun. But you know, by the dates of his poems, you obviously know like what areas he was in when he wrote what, and so it's pretty cool, you know, looking around. Obviously all this scenery, you know, doesn't completely change, so like this is what he was looking at when he wrote these poems, especially a couple that I like so much, so it's pretty neat. Okay, so we're now at our 3rd Robert Frost home. Yeah, apparently he just kind of hopped all around Vermont. But this is the Robert Frost Stonehouse Museum. It's put here Bennington College. But so apparently, according to this is the home he was at when he actually wrote Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So they've got a little trail out that way that's dedicated to that. I think we're gonna try and wander out that way here in a minute. But yeah, really pretty here. It'd be cooler if it was snowing. But according to this, he apparently wrote the poem on a hot summer evening. So he wasn't looking at any snow when he wrote it either. But still, you know, obviously really pretty around here. Pretty interesting that he wrote it during a summer day. I don't know if you guys got a good view of the house. It was too up close there, but yeah, it's a really pretty area.
We actually woke up this morning and got breakfast at the Haymaker Bun Company. It was really good. It's like little gourmet cinnamon roll type things, but there's different types. And it was delicious. And we are headed back into Massachusetts here pretty soon when we're done here.
Okay, so over there you see the Robert Frost stone house where he was living when he wrote Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. And now we've come over here. They've got a little trail that's specifically dedicated to that poem. See if they've got it over here. And so this is a really pretty area. You know, obviously can't be sure, but this is obviously the area directly surrounding the house. So this is probably the woods that he, you know, came out and inspired his writing. Tori has asked me to now recite the poem. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Oh, and what a perfect little thing we can end the video on. Another one of my little favorites.
Justin, let's see your jersey. We're up in Indiana.
Got Reggie.
In Springfield, Massachusetts.
Got an honor slick.
Boom, baby. We got it. We're going in. Honestly, I don't love basketball near as much as Justin, and I have cold chills in here. It's so cool. And I found Reggie Miller. He doesn't know yet because he's in the bathroom. What do you think?
Pretty cool. What I grew up playing on. It was a rim on a barn.
Very nice.
Yep. Reggie Miller, honor of slick. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
Hall of Fame core.
This concludes part 2 of our 3-part New England travel series. Thanks for traveling with us, and we'll see you soon for part 3.